Good morning, everybody. April 12th, Rax here, 2019. My, how time flies. Today, shout out to my daughter on her early birthday. Happy birthday to you. Oh, yeah. We got to talk. We got to talk. Some things are happening that are some disturbing, some awakening, some just downright confusing. But our dearly beloved president yesterday said in a meeting that, well, it was it was great. It was great. It was typical Trump. But it shed an awful lot of light on something, and that's what I want to expand on. They want to know, ask them questions. Well, is Barr going to look into these allegations that the Dems were involved in the beginnings of the Russian investigation and what have you? They just want to leave it alone. I mean, come on, 2 years, we look at this, we sit on the edge of our seats for 2 years waiting for these treason charges to drop. And of course, they're not going to drop. Of course, there's nothing going on like that. And of course, the president just keeps on doing president stuff. Constantly, if you watch behind the scenes news, watch all of his activities of the day, he's paying attention. People tell him what's going on, but he knows that it's not going anywhere. He knows all he's got to do is stay the course. He knows that, and he's doing it, and he's doing a fantastic job of it. And I'm very, very proud of him. I don't know that I could do that. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that I would get all caught up in it, get bogged down in it, and a few other things. And somehow or another, the man doesn't seem to do that. And he'll tell you what's up, tell you what he thinks, and he'll keep on going to the next item. I love it. Notice there's no missiles coming out of Korea. Notice a whole lot of things. The list goes on and on and on. He's tells his own story on that. I don't need to go on and on about it for him, but I'm very proud of him. And I want you guys to know that. But what he said yesterday was intriguing. He said, will Barr be looking into this? And he said, well, I hope he does. It's his job. It's his job to look into this stuff. It's not my job. I'm the president. I have people that do that. I do president stuff. Now, of course, I'm paraphrasing him, but it's almost what he said. But it goes beyond that. He talks about that we know that it was a hoax. He knows it was a hoax. He told everybody it was a hoax. It sure looked like a hoax. But they just keep trying to drag him down more and more and more. What's up with that? And now he's saying, look, what was done some bad stuff by some bad people, and it went all the way to the top. You got bad cops, you got bad politicians. And the spying thing, well, that's just not going to be something we can let go. We can't allow that to ever happen again, his words to another president. But the salient point is he said, you really need to be glad that I was your president during this time, because another man would not have handled it the same way. Probably what he's saying is another man would have folded. And I think what we've seen in the past, most have. And he is able afterwards to say, be glad I was your president. Now, that sounds real boastful, and it sounds like a lot of things. You can say whatever you want. And it is, come on. Absolutely. Would I be boasting at a point like that? Well, yeah. Now, be glad it was me that was in charge, because I didn't get distracted. I kept doing what was needed to be done. I kept making great deals. I kept the course, no matter who said what, no matter who I had to replace, no matter how many people I ran through this administration. Some, I believe, were run through just as part of the show. Let me put somebody in there that you just think is absolutely never going to make it, and a nice guy, but just doesn't fit. Who am I talking about? Scaramucci, remember him? If I had to bet, them two had a chat, and the prez said, look, I need somebody to come in, stir up some stuff real quick, and then get back out. You don't even need to quit your day job because you won't be here long. Question is, do you want to do it? If you want to do it, I got it for you. If you don't, I get it. Not a problem. I can just see that interview. Scaramucci saying, Prez, I love you, man. Of course I'd do that for you. Rax would do it for you. Absolutely. Absolutely. You don't see anybody going after Scaramucci or even talking about him, but his name does come up. It's like, oh yeah, that guy. He's doing fine. He loves President Trump. This was set up from the beginning. So where am I going with this setup thing? How much is set up? Well, I don't know. But neither do you. Very few do. And the few that actually know, or are a part of it, shall we say, because you can be a part of it and not know. This stuff's compartmentalized. You can be a part of it, but you only know your part. You may not see the whole picture and still be a player. Where am I going with this? Come on, let's get on it. I'm going to tell you something now. I'm going to switch. It's going to be like I switched topics, but I'm not. I want to go to a dream I had. Do you ever have a dream that you remember like it was detailed, like you read a book or you saw the movie or whatever? Most dreams, yeah, come on. We wake up and say, I think I had a weird dream. I'm not sure what it was about. But every once in a while, you get that one that you remember like you saw it, like you were there, like everything happened. And here I was. Old Rax Frizzle is going to get together with a bunch of other like-minded guys and gals in New York City, and we're just going to get together and share our experiences. We're not going there to learn how to do things better, to learn technology, or to gather information on how to make our channels better. No. We're going to go all be pals. Some of them I know already. Some of them I don't. Some of them I'd love to meet. Yeah, actually, a couple of them I did meet on that dream, but that's another story. But here's a whole bunch of people. Now, there's some higher-end people that you all have heard of. Laura Loomer, say. She was there. And they're on various sides, too. Not all Republicans, not all staunch conservatives, but people with vocal opinions. People with vocal opinions who are in front of the public, who speak their opinions, who get in trouble for it from time to time. We all get that. But there was a crowd. It was in like a suite of rooms in a hotel in New York City. We all just kind of went up there, and everybody's sitting around having a little snack. Some of them were having a drink. Some of them were just having some soft drinks. But mostly it was about sitting around on couches in small groups and wandering around and getting to know as many people as you could. Yes, I met Alex Jones there. He was playing with some kind of thing on a table. And I said, Alex, is that some kind of live mic or something? Because remember, we went to this thing saying no live mics because this is our private life. And he said, no, that's not a mic. He said, look what it's doing. It was a laser projection of InfoWars that was projecting it in reverse onto the glass that was the window to the outside of the suites we were at. So that he was actually advertising, but all it looked like was a little tiny, personal little flashlight sitting on a table, but the little beam shooting out projected this laser image on the window. I said, well, Alex, that's pretty cool. And is that how you make your whole set? And he just kind of giggled and said, well, I'm not giving away my secrets. And I said, I get it. I'm not giving away mine because, some of my sets are pretty elaborate too, right? I hope y'all like this sheet back here. It's pretty wonderful. So, we chatted about that, and I got into a lot of discussions with a lot of people who have opinions the same as mine and very, very different. There were some pretty liberal Democrats there, too, and the discussions were all friendly. They weren't about whether or not this guy or that opinion or this opinion is right or wrong. It was all about how well do we perceive, each of us, the ones that were in the meeting, perceive the world, and how well do we take that and project it. And in some cases, some are trying to push an issue or to sell a product or whatever. It was wide open. There was no competition. It was all just a bunch of friends getting together and yakking. And I'm going to tell you what, I enjoyed myself there. Kind of interesting. But I'm having a little chat, sitting there on a couch talking, and of course I started on to Hillary. And I cut the woman down. Look, she's a treasonous person. She's done all these crimes. She's a criminal. The criminal elements go way back. We all have the proof, and I'm getting a bunch of nods and some kind of approval, some disagreeing, and some saying, well, you might want to push this issue or that issue. In other words, it was a lively conversation, but there was no animosity in it at all. Well, the craziest thing in the world, like I said, there were some fairly well-known people in this room, as well as some people that I had never met. Some I had been wanting to meet for quite a while. But Hillary Clinton walks in front of me. Just walked right past. Kind of looked over, nodded, a little smile. Nodded, said a few nice things to a couple of people I was sitting by. And I said, what is she doing here? And I said, oh, she comes to these all the time. And I said, well, that's strange. I said, she just was right here while I was bad-mouthing her, and she smiled at me. And yeah, that's normal. I said, was she looming here? Did she hear all this I had to say? And they're like, oh yeah, she heard every bit of it. She was standing right behind you. I gotta tell you, it was a creepy feeling. But this wasn't a creepy place. This was a cool place. And I said, listen, something to be understood here. This isn't about animosity or competition here. This is about people who are seen by people getting to know each other. And I thought, well, gee, here I thought I had an agenda. And I thought everyone else had an agenda. Well, not there, not that day. So I think people were leaving. And the one gal I had been talking to about her website said, look, is all this stuff that's laying out here on the table, is this all yours? I said, yeah, that's my stuff down there. She said, well, I hope you don't mind me asking, but could you go ahead and pack all that up? Because as we're all leaving, there's another group coming in. And this gal, Teresa, comes in and kind of tidies the place up. And if there's a bunch of stuff laying around, she hates that she has to throw it away, and she doesn't want anybody to get upset about it. So I just to let you know, your stuff, you need to go ahead and get it up. She just said it the nicest way you could ever say something. I said, okay, so I gathered up my stuff, and I was heading out, and there was a door that was open down the hall, and there was one of the suites in there, and there's Bill and Hillary. Now, I know this is going to creep you out, and they're talking to some people that I don't know who they were. But they're just having just a friendly conversation. And guys, really, go figure. They were talking about golf and grandkids. Yeah. Do I believe that? Well, I saw it. So Hillary walked out and sat down next to me and said, hey, I noticed that you were chatting with this gal Laura here for a little while, and I thought I'd come by and talk to you some because I noticed that you had some questions. And I said, yeah, I do. I said, all these things that I learned today tell me that things aren't as I perceive them. And you're a big player in this. And she said, yeah, I know. She said, it's a real shocker when people learn the truth. But we're all just players. She said, all that stuff you hear about me, I'm just a kids and grandkids kind of person. All that stuff you hear about me, that's the act that I play. Much like the act that you play, Rax. And I said, this is really more than I can take in one sitting, but are you telling me all of these people in all of politics and all of the public eye are just a bunch of actors on a stage and they all have lunch together afterwards? And she said, you could put it that way. And I said, that's more surprising than I can believe. And I want to tell you straightforward to your face while I'm standing here talking to you, I don't believe you. She said, yeah, I know. That's normal. But it's okay. Well, about this time I hear, like in the background, there's this dog barking. I said, what the? That is really annoying. And she said, yeah, it really is. She said, that's the neighbor's dog. That dog barks at the most inopportune times, and it just keeps going and going, and it's very annoying. And I said, well, that's kind of strange because my neighbor's dog does that. I mean, it could be 2 a.m. and that dog starts barking, and it is aggravating. And she said, yeah, I know exactly how you feel. And then somewhere between there and the next couple sentences, I realized that I was laying in my bed and the neighbor's dog was barking. And I said to myself, man, you forgot to take your meds before you went to bed. And I looked over to my wife, and it was like getting early in the morning. She gets up really early in the morning, God bless her. And I looked, and she was stirring in the bed and about to get up. And I said, baby, did I forget to take my meds? And she said, wake up, sweetie. It's time for you to get up. And what are you talking about meds? You don't take meds. She said, I got your vitamins sitting out for breakfast in the morning. That's already out. But what meds are you talking about? As I woke up from the second dream within the dream. Okay, where's Rax going? Is Rax nuts? Well, we've all kind of had our opinion about that one. That's okay, don't worry about it. But this, are we actors? Are we players? Did Trump know from the beginning the outcome and how to play it? Has he been on TV for years playing parts and bringing people in and bringing them out and having guest stars that as if he didn't even know they were going to be there and a million other things? Is this going on? Is this what life is? Well, I'm going to tell you what. The answer to your question right now is no. That's not what life is. Are we actors on a stage? In a way, yes. The things that we do every day